Well, hi there. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer, and I am the introverted homemaker who has just started her YouTube channel and is brand new to this experience. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am doing a series where I share with you from my perspective what it's like to start a YouTube channel with absolutely no experience. And I have none outside of very basic recordings on my Android cell phone and photography from my Android cell phone. But as far as being on the other side of the camera like this, learning how to act natural and flow, no experience. And I have mad respect for those who put up content and they make it look so effortless. I cannot wait to have those days. I hope it comes soon. And if you are a return viewer, you've watched any of my fledgling, actually, I mean, they're not even out of the nest, maybe not even out of the egg videos, and you have decided to come back and watch another video. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Most importantly, I imagine we're all here because we want to start a YouTube channel. So I would like to give us each a pat on the back and encouragement and words of affirmation that we can indeed step into it. I was somebody who put it off for 5 years, especially because of perfection and doubt. And in the last 2 videos, I talked about the iceberg model. Perfectionism was absolutely a pattern that prevented me from stepping into this calling. But I'm here now, finally, and I would like to encourage you. Hopefully you've not had to wait as long as I have. And if you have, you're like me, it's been 5 years or longer, go ahead and start that channel. Step into it. We can do it together. So this is video 9, and I can hardly believe it. Like, I can't believe it's video 9. It almost seems like the last videos have been in the last days, because it's been 8 days, has been a complete blur. At the beginning of this month, I was going to postpone putting off my YouTube channel again, but I felt so convicted in my heart that I needed to step into this calling, that it would just be wrong for me to put it off yet again because I've been doing it for so long. So here I am. I can't believe it's video 9. Wow. In fact, I actually have some. Do you see these balloons? These are the coolest balloons, by the way. I got this set. Let's see if I can move you and hopefully not make it too crazy. I've got them kind of all around my house right now. These are my son's birthday decorations. He turned 21. He's the baby of the family, but we still put up decorations and we keep them up for at least a week just because it's fun. And we live in Alaska. It gets dark here. You need festive things. I want to take a sip. Look at this White Raven mug. So where I live in Anchorage, Alaska, we have raven here all year long, but in particularly during the late autumn, winter, very, very early spring, migratory ravens come into the city by the multitudes. Last year, we had a beautiful white raven, just the most gorgeous creature, beautiful, beautiful, soft blue eyes. And everyone calls her a her. We actually don't know if it's a he or a her. We're hoping she's going to be coming back again for this season. There is a Facebook page you can follow. It's called White Raven Spottings. I'm one of the admins on there. A wonderful local lady here created it, and it's amassed over 27,000 people. I'm currently doing a countdown for the raven, about a 6-month countdown because these migratory birds come and go. But anyway, I'm going to take a sip. That's not what this video is about, but it's just fun. And I'm kind of looking at you and I kind of feel like you're tipped a little bit. This is also part of the YouTube experience. I don't have any equipment outside of my personal phone, but a goal of mine is to upgrade my equipment. So today's video specifically, I thought would be a perfect time to evaluate. So this is video 9, and I wanted to share with you what I've learned so far, improvements I'm going to make, and what I'm noticing. And this is how we keep moving on. All right. So, and of course, if you're watching, I will be posting this on September 25th. So real time, and I don't know how long I'll keep these. Hopefully I'll just keep these videos up for many, many years to come. I was finally brave enough to go back and watch all 8 of my videos. And one of the things that held me back from, like I said, I mentioned perfection a multitude of times because for me, that was my biggest hurdle. And maybe there might be somebody out there, maybe you might be like that, where perfection is keeping you back. I was so tempted to want to take down my video 8. I just didn't love it. It was a challenging video day, and that is absolutely real world YouTube experience. I was outside. I filmed video 8 twice out of my house, and I just did not like them. I had posted it, I had uploaded it onto YouTube Studio. I was going to have it be published this morning, and I just didn't like it. So I ended up deleting it. And I was really tired last night. Not the sharpest, like I should have been sharper when I did that video. And I listened to it back and I was rambling and repeating myself a million times. But I'm not going to take it down. I was really, really tempted, even today before this video 9, to take it down and completely redo it. But no, we're going to persevere. We are not going to do that. We're going to keep it up. So with that being said, a long time ago, I've been watching how to start a YouTube channel videos forever. And a long time ago, I found a channel, and I can't remember the creator's name, but this person really encouraged the YouTube creator not to worry too much about awkwardness and, the choppiness and all the things that happen with somebody who's not used to being on this side of the camera. It's such a different experience. And he said, your goal is just to keep posting and make little improvements along the way. So I thought for video 9, let me go back and evaluate. And I was brave enough to go back and watch those videos, not cringe too terribly, because you know how it is. Like, you have to get used to hearing your voice and seeing yourself on the other side of the camera. But I did it. And here's what I learned. So there was that word. One thing I have evaluated thus far when I listened back to my videos, and in particularly last night's video, and I was too tired. I probably should have left up the second video that I recorded yesterday. But one thing I'm trying to work on right now is to get rid of my ands, so's, just so's, also's, and I'm reading down here from my notes. And, I have said that so often, those words in my videos. I went onto YouTube today because I love to go onto YouTube. And I was looking up videos on how to remove those filler words when you're speaking. And of course, the reason why those words keep coming up, especially when you're on the other side of a camera, and I am like, yes, this is so me right now. That's because when you're on the other side of this camera, you're thinking and speaking at the same time, because we're not having an actual two-way conversation. So I've got to keep the pace, I've got to keep my flow going here. And it's really challenging to do it just to a camera, and see. So that was one of the suggestions. When you are saying the ands, the ums, the so's, a good way to slow down that from happening is to close your mouth. So I could start to say, I am working on this and I hope to get better. So I could say, I'm working on this. I am hoping to make improvements, or I'm hoping to get better. that was one of the tips. So in my evaluation, now going forward for the next 9 videos, I am going to work really, really hard at closing my mouth in between my thoughts without being too slow. That's just going to take practice to get rid of those filler words so that I am clear and concise. And so I'm clear and concise. Well, I guess there the and would be, and I'm more natural. I guess there the and is okay. They're going to show up. I really liked that because I don't speak this way in normal life. I was trying to think, do I say a lot of those words in real life? I don't. It's just the nature of being on the other side of this camera and thinking while speaking. So trying to use tips and tricks to not use those words, and that's going to be a challenge. I'm going to take a sip. Look at that cute little mug. This is from a local photographer. All of the amateur and professional photographers here in Anchorage took the most beautiful captures, and they did mugs, and you can name it. You can find White Raven merchandise in Anchorage, Alaska. It is a thing. In fact, for our state fair this year, for our state fair this year, the White Raven was featured for all the merchandise, like the sweatshirts and the bags and the hats and everything. It's been a thing. We're pretty excited. I'll have to show you some of my White Raven paraphernalia. I'm all into it. I spent the entire winter out photographing and recording that bird. Anyway, I digress. So, removing filler words, that's one thing I'm really going to start working on. Also, the suggestion was to practice. And like practice about 2 minutes a day. One person suggested that you have a question that you answer. So it could be anything. What are you doing today? Tell me about this particular project. Then you record yourself in front of a camera answering that question. Practicing removing the filler words. That's I think will be huge. A huge improvement. It's going to take me a lot of practice to not overuse those words, but that's the number one evaluation. Oh, another thing I'm going to attempt to practice, I'm not doing it today, is to flip my camera around. Because right now I have the selfie mode here. I don't know, I just feel like it's helping me to keep in focus, although I'm not always looking right here, which is where you are. Sometimes I'll look over here at myself. Wasn't it, are you familiar with Casey Neistat? He was one of like the OG YouTubers, and he's a professional videographer, and I think he's a movie maker. I don't know everything about him, but he was one of the OG vlog style YouTubers. I hope I'm saying all that right, but I remember him doing a video where he would always end up looking at himself and not at, the camera portion. So he wore black sunglasses that he had like paint splattered so it looked artistic. So that way you couldn't see him looking at himself. I don't know if he still does that. This was way back in the day. I'm going to work on flipping my camera around because then you won't be opposite, because I am a reverse image this way. So that's something I'm going to work on. And also I'm going to continue to work on my confidence in front of the camera, becoming more natural, practice my authenticity, which, I mean, I'm already an authentic person. It's not like I'm inauthentic, but I think probably what I was meaning when I wrote this down, because I did this morning, was being my natural self. How would I behave with my family and my friends and let that part of my personality and my soul come and be expressed to you through the camera that way? That's something I'm just going to continue to practice on. I need to take a sip. This is just water. I made the mistake of drinking sparkling water. If you are filming and recording a video, don't drink anything with bubbles. It just makes you, You have to express your bubbles in the form of a burp, and it like gurgles in your throat. That does not work. Plain water. And then also another thing I'm going to be working on is just continuing to work on my energy and personality. I took notes just before I started. I had this thought, because so far when I've been preparing, to do these videos, sometimes it takes me a couple of tries. I'll do an intro, I'll get going, and then I'll make a mistake, or it's like I'm not warmed up. And I thought, I wonder what kind of warm-ups people do when they get ready to speak on camera. Like how singers, have all their vocal warm-ups. That would probably be very beneficial. So that's something I also wrote down. So far, I think these are pretty great evaluations going forward after these 8 videos. Wow. Okay. Now, some other things I'm going to be doing for my YouTube channel is updating my thumbnails. I was thinking, right now for my thumbnail, as you see, that was just me here in the kitchen on the portrait mode with my Android. I just love the portrait mode. I love the color point filter. That one is so cool. And I just love that kind of minimalistic look. So I have how I'm starting a YouTube channel with no experience, then just the parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And then the introverted homemaker. I was thinking that, see, I just did an there. We're going to work on that. It's going to take me some time. I was thinking that I would go back and watch my videos and pick out the key points. Like the first video was hit record, iceberg model, negative, positive, adapting and overcoming, stepping out of your comfort zone, evaluation, I think is what I'll call this one. That way it's a little more specific. So if ever anybody wants to go back and remember which video they watched, maybe that word would be help them. So that's something I'm going to do. And I also need to figure out, so I'm using YouTube Studio. I don't know if you know that or not, but you can download YouTube Studio. And I think the desktop version has more options than what my phone offers. I need a computer. I am so minimal. It doesn't look like I'm minimal, but I like to be surrounded by richness on the walls. Everything else, counters, drawers, cupboards, I love minimalism. I only use my phone. I do not actually own a computer, but I need to get one. So that's a goal. The desktop, I believe, has more options. You can actually edit your videos, which I really need to do because I don't have any room on my personal phone. That's why these are all one take. I do not have room to edit and then save and redo. I do need to get, so actually under equipment, that's what I'm gonna set myself some goals. I would love to update a camera. I think you can rent cameras. That's also one of my goals, is to go around to a couple of the local camera shops and see if I can rent a couple of vlogging cameras and just try them out, see what I like. That's definitely something I want to move toward. But then also putting my videos into a playlist. I still don't quite know how to do that. I don't know if I go into my actual channel and then I move like all these videos, how to start a YouTube channel, onto a playlist, and then that would work. That's something I'm working on. Also too, continuing to do personal growth. And I would like to talk more about that in another video. I also believe that I need to make a mission statement for my YouTube channel. So that way, because eventually, so this series does go along with what I want my YouTube channel to be and what I think that I am good at in the natural, which is what I shared with the very rambly, a lot of repeating video of video 8, where I share that I like to share things. I really do like sharing personal development, personal growth, what I'm learning, things I've learned, things I'm going through. I really love sharing that type of thing because I've learned so much from people and I like to share as well. And so I do eventually need to kind of flip over into maybe what my main content will be for my channel. And I'm still not quite sure how to do that because this kind of falls under it. So maybe I make it a separate playlist and I could continue to add to the series. Yeah, so we'll see about that. But then I also want to work on a greeting. So my name's Jennifer, but I also go by Jen. So I thought about saying, because usually I say, hi, it's Jennifer, welcome to my channel. I'm thinking about saying, hi, it's Jen, welcome to my channel. I feel like that's got a little bit of a snippy snap, like snap, 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 you know? Hi, it's Jen. So you might see me practicing that. And most importantly, I am celebrating video 9. I can hardly believe it, in this 30 video challenge. And I'm really proud of myself, and I want you to be proud of you too. I want you to have really positive thoughts. Do that iceberg model. Step into your YouTube channel. Go after that dream. You know, I heard somebody say, and I've mentioned this before, and I don't know who said it, but that there's so many unwritten books, unsung songs, you know, paintings that were never painted, poems that were never written, words that were never spoken in the grave. And we can be really good at putting things off. So I would like to encourage you to step into your YouTube calling. And this is a 21-minute video. If by a miracle you watched it to this end, this one was a little more business-like, a little less snappy snap. Although I don't know if any of my other ones were really snappy snap. But if you've made it this far, I hope that you were able to gain some wisdom or some inspiration ideas as I share with you my evaluation and what I'm going to be moving toward now in these next videos. And thank you so much. I wish you the best of luck. Have a beautiful, wonderful day, night, or afternoon, wherever you are. And until video 10, I hope you'll come by and see me. All right, bye.